Hey, hey, hey. We got 11:48 a.m. Philippines time, Dumaguete. Still good morning. A little bit of clouds, a little bit of rain, but hey, I'm in the Philippines, so that's just a part of it and no problem. Still rain season, gonna be hopefully wrapping up here soon. Hopefully we're on the downslope, downslide of the end of you know, the rain season, but taking a break from walking and kind of under this tree for now. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, Chona Adventure Vlogs. How are you doing? Yes, you are first. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just doing my, random everyday live stream. Always wait and see who shows up. And then we got number two. But good morning to you, Chona. Wolfgang, good morning, Mike. How are you doing today? I'm awesome. I wish the weather was a little better than this, but you know what? It's okay. I'm still living my dream here in the Philippines. Life is good, at my spot, although I'm under a tree, which is good enough, but it's not too bad. The rain, the way it looked like on the radar, I thought maybe it'd be a little messier, more wet of a day, but it's not that bad actually. I'm good. Again, rain. I'd rather deal with rain than snow if I have an option or a choice. So, yeah, I'm just chilling under this tree, seeing who shows up, and it's a Q&A free-for-all in the Philippines. Just chatting with my friends, and who knows, might be some new people that show up as well. But I'm good there, Wolfgang. How are you? That's the question. How are you doing today? I wake up good every morning. Had one coffee so far. Well, actually two. My mushroom coffee, which is more of a healthy coffee. And then I had my Spanish latte, which I stopped at a coffee shop on my way. Iced coffee walking here. So it's all good. Chona says, thanks for visiting on my live stream this morning. Of course. I do my best, Chona. I know sometimes it can get difficult trying to support everybody's channel, but even if you're in here for a couple minutes and you say hello, that's great enough for me, I'm not complaining. I know people have lives and other things to do. So, yeah, again, I'm under my spot here. I got a tree to shelter me from a little bit of the rain and right along the boulevard here. So yeah, happy Monday in the Philippines. Happy Monday, everybody. Kind of slow. It's kind of almost reminds me of a Sunday with the traffic. Kind of weird. Maybe it's some sort of holiday that I'm not aware of today. I don't know. Just seems like it's not very active for a Monday. Reminds me like kind of a Sunday. Usually on a Sunday, Saturday a little bit, but Sunday the traffic's much lighter. But with the festival that was going on this weekend, I understood why it got a little busier. But today's just kind of weird. Doesn't feel like a Monday. Again, maybe some holiday that I'm not aware of. But there's people here at the boulevard though. I mean, like I said, the sun's not out, so more people come out. But definitely not much traffic on the roads. Usually this road here is much more busier. So I'm not sure what's going on today. Maybe because of the weather they were anticipating, maybe, I don't know. Maybe no school, or it could be a holiday. Again, I don't know everything, so I'm sure somebody can educate me on what's going on. But anyway, happy Monday in the Philippines. If you're new to my channel, something simple. My name's Michael. I'm from the United States, and I'm living abroad here in the Philippines. And specifically, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Taking a break from my walking. I try to do this every day, but nothing really, no topic of discussion. I kind of just let topics flow. I think that's the best way to do a live stream. But it is raining today, so I'm like, rain in the Philippines, no problem. I don't care. I'd rather deal with this than snow. You can still be in shorts, t-shirt, and feel comfortable and great, and I'm happy. So yeah, welcome anybody. Please like if you're not a subscriber, and check out my channel. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in. Just me living something simple, foreigner from the United States, and obviously my girlfriend Che is a big part of my channel as well. Hopefully soon we'll be taking some trips, because you know the weather really hasn't been on our side lately, but the past week or so it's been pretty good here in Dumaguete. So I think we're shooting for Wednesday right now to go to Sikihor. Che's never been to Sikihor, so I know she's looking forward to it. I am too. I mean, there's so many beaches and waterfalls. There's a lot to see in Sikihor. I've only been there twice. Very province-like. Not a lot of traffic, not a lot of pollution, not a lot of motorbikes. Very peaceful, but yet active. Like, it's not completely quiet, but it's not like overkill. And it's all in what you're into too. I mean, I don't mind. Sometimes I don't mind touristy. I kind of mentioned this the other day. Sometimes I don't mind touristy locations. Just depends on my mood. I guess if I have to choose between one or the other, I definitely would prefer something a little more quiet, not active. I probably would appreciate a beach where there's not many people there, but at the same time, there's a lot of beautiful beaches, and tourists want to see them, and I want to see them too. So I wouldn't let some people get deterred, I guess, if there's too many foreigners or whatever at a particular location. I don't let that deter me. I at least go check it out first. But anyway, let me see who else is here. Definitely Chona, and no problem. I always try and support everybody's channel. Again, if I'm not on your channel on a consistent basis, I completely apologize. I know it's difficult. It's not easy, especially when you're trying to do a channel of your own, and everybody has lives outside of YouTube, and you know, we all have other things to do too. But I appreciate any effort, and you guys all know who you are, who constantly come on my channel, and I try to return the favor as well. But anyway, if you're on the channel, my live stream, say hello. Let me know where you're from. And if you are a regular, that's okay. You're a friend. So just let me know where you're from. J-Boy, hey J-Boy, thank you for being here. You're one of the proud, the few. You're one of my supporters. I'm very thankful, blessed. How are you doing, J-Boy? J-Boy, obviously saw you this morning on Gino's channel, and I gotta take care of this while I'm thinking of it. But Gino, hello as well. Thank you for being here. I'm not sure if you're watching with Dazzle or your daughter or anybody else, but I guess almost good afternoon. Almost, not quite. But yes, I was already doing some walking. I always listen to music when I'm walking, but today I was doing video chat with my mother and father back home in Pennsylvania in the US, so that's always nice. Kind of helps. Like I said, music and talking, or I would walk around more doing live stream. I just worry about the signal. But let me know with the wind, I'm kind of away from the water, but I worry that it's gonna cut in and out. So just let me know if you guys have any issues hearing me. I will resort to my AirPods. I know I could bring my mic, but they're kind of bigger, the charging box. And I guess I would have to bring a backpack, and I like to walk and travel light, but just let me know. But thank you, Gino, for being here. Chona says hi again. If you're not a subscriber to Chona, or you don't know Chona, or Gino Dazzle TV, or anybody else who wants to be subscribed to, just shout out. You feel free to follow them. And I actually should do this for Chona too. Just because, make her blue, give them the jacket. That way it makes it easier for people. And if I forget to give you a blue jacket, as they call, just let me know. But Bill Myers here, I'm here and watching. Thank you, Bill. I always appreciate it here. How's your day going? What's on your mind? Just think I saw you this morning on Gino's, Dazzle TV's live. Sometimes you, like I said, you just get this overload, overwhelm, and it's like feels like deja vu when you do a live stream or you're watching lives, and you almost feel like, did I see that person today or was it yesterday? Like it becomes such a consistent pattern of watching other vlog channels, live streams, and names and comments and yeah, I'm actually surprised I do as good as I do, because yeah, I don't know how I remember half the stuff I remember now. It's challenging a little bit. Hey, good morning Guapo. I should say good morning Guapa to Miss Dimple. Thank you, Miss Dimple, for being here. God bless you. I just love that you always continue, all you guys. I love that you guys continue to support my channel in any way possible, and you sacrifice your time, your free time, your private time, or whatever else is going on in your life to hang out with me. So that would be a disservice to me to not mention the fact that all of you guys, even new people that come in, but especially the loyal regulars, I have to say that every time I have a live stream. It's very humbling to me that everybody that continues to support my channel, because I get it. You guys all have other lives, and I'm blessed and thankful that you guys continue to show up. Let me see here. But thank you, Miss Dimple. Appreciate the Guapo compliment. Likewise to you. I'm Guapo. Obviously, you're Guapa. I do know those two words. Gino, or Bill says, yes, I was on Gino. I thought so, Bill. Thank you for clarifying that. Frumbly Bumbly, hey, Frumbly, what's up? And Chona gave another wave, but Frumbly, glad to see you. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. How's things going, Frumbly? I love his name. Anybody, Frumbly Bumbly, doesn't he have like the coolest name? It's just a happy Frumbly Bumbly. I love that. I love your name. But how are you, my friend? J-Boy says, subscribe, Chona. Very good. See, I love when people do that. Frumbly Bumbly says, Wednesday, Atlanta, Manila. Very excited. Well, hey, I'm excited for you too. Everybody, Frumbly Bumbly, you know what? I gotta do this for you too, Frumbly. You need a blue jacket. Make sure I did it. Okay. I'm waiting for Michael White. Maybe he'll show up. Expat. Hopefully he shows up. I'm almost positive I made him a moderator, gave him a blue jacket, but I can't remember. But Frumbly, I'm excited. So after you go to Manila, where are you going? Share what are your your plans? I apologize, I don't remember how long you're gonna be here, Frumbly. Share it with me, share it with the live stream. Exciting times for Frumbly Blumbly. We got Lisa Londos. Lisa, welcome. My name's Michael, from the United States. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, but lived in Florida for 2 years. Living abroad in the Philippines. I'm in Dumaguete. Obviously, it's not a sunshine kind of day, but the Philippines is still awesome, even with rain. Have you ever been to the Philippines, Lisa? Are you planning on it? And let us know. Just let us know. I love meeting new people. If you like the channel, feel free to like it. If you are interested in my channel, check it out. Again, I'm Michael from the United States, living abroad here in the Philippines, living my opinion, my dream. I love it here, love the warm weather. The people are first and foremost awesome here in the Philippines. I could go on and on, Lisa, but tell us more about yourself. Share comments, questions. I'm here for you as well as everybody else. Hopefully we get more people in here, but we'll see how it goes. It's all good. But you're from Buffalo, New York. I can't say I've ever been to Buffalo. I've been through New York. I've been in Syracuse. I've been in the city. I dated a girl many years ago from New York City. She lived in Manhattan. So very familiar with New York. How's the weather in New York, Lisa? Det is here, everybody. Hello, Det. Says, hey, Michael. Haven't heard anything from Ray yet. Yeah, like, I guess I could say Det or anybody else who's familiar with Ray in the Philippines, had a little bit of an incident the other day. I assume he went where he was supposed to go to meet David, but I haven't heard the latest. Or maybe I asked Gino, but then I think I did not hear his response to my question about David and his whereabouts, if he had left Hawaii yet. But yeah, I guess I'm not surprised that we haven't heard from Ray, but then maybe surprised either way. I just hope everything's all right. I particularly didn't like that live stream, the where it went, but who am I to say? That's just my opinion, but I hope everybody's all right. But I agreed that. Lisa says, where are you? Sorry if you heard me already, but I'll answer again. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, which is obviously one of over 7,000 islands in the Philippines. This is Dumaguete, which is part of Negros Oriental. But that's where I'm at. I'm in the Philippines, and it's nice, warm, t-shirt, shorts. I love it here. And yes, something simple is my channel. So ask away, comment away. Again, like I asked you, I'm not sure if you've ever been here or plans, or you just stumbled across the live stream, but maybe, just maybe, we can convince you to take a trip to the Philippines. I had never been to Asia anywhere in my life, and I came here in July of 2024, and best decision I ever made. There's a lot of benefits to living here in the Philippines. Some might say there's a lot of sacrifices you have to make living in the Philippines, but I love it here. I love it. Wolfgang says, Che at home. Actually, yes, I ate breakfast with Che, and then we had some maintenance people coming and fixing the one. There's like a handle to a drawer, and then the cabinets, the cabinet doors were kind of rubbing on the other one. Just some minor maintenance. And if anybody's familiar in the Philippines, most sinks have like a grease pit tray kind of underneath the sink. That needed dumped out. I'm not sure if it was just stuff that had backed up from the previous people that stayed there. So that had to be taken care of. So I was kind of leaving to do my walk, and she took care of that. Then she was going to go visit her mother in Candao, which is not far from here in Dumaguete, which is Dumaguete, but like a 10-minute tricycle ride. And then Che was going to grab some stuff at the grocery store. So yeah, she's out and about. I'm doing my thing, but don't worry. Che will make her presence felt at some point. Frumbly Bumbly says, thanks, dude. Hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for... I'm excited. So, okay, let me get to this. Frumbly Bumbly says he's landing in Manila, spending a few days there, then going to Boracay for a few days. Good for you. You could meet, you're close to, yeah, I'd say Boracay is close to Gino and all those guys up in that, Masbate, up in that area. That's awesome. And then whatever I want the rest of the trip. Well, Frumbly Bumbly, I'm not trying to twist your arm, but if you have an opportunity to come to Dumaguete, just let me know. Just let me know. I'd be totally excited to meet you, introduce you to Che, go get some coffee. If you want a beer or whatever, you can go get a beer too. Obviously, you guys know I don't drink, but you can do that too. Now, Frumbly, are you coming by yourself? Just curious, or you don't have to share. It's up to you, but I couldn't even remember. Are you doing this all solo? And is this your first time here? I apologize for not remembering. Like I said, when you meet so many people and talk to so many people, sometimes it's kind of hard to connect the dots. I kind of lose track, but I try my best. Wolfgang says, I'm doing good, breakfast finished, now ready to relax and watching YouTube. Hey, I appreciate you, again, sharing your, after enjoying your breakfast, hanging out with me. Again, it's still spritzing a little rain. That's why I'm staying under this tree. But still beautiful. I enjoyed my breakfast too. 3 eggs, omelet style, Angus burger, beef patty by itself, and some sourdough bread, toast, and some mustard. I like to dip mustard into for my Angus burger, or eggs. I love mustard. But thank you, Wolfgang. I appreciate you being here. And Miss Dimple, I gotta take care of you too. At least one thing I can remember here. There you go, Dimple. I gave you a blue jacket. You deserved it a long time ago. I'm just sometimes just too much going on in the brain. But Miss Dimple says, we always support you, Mr. Michael. I'm thankful for your support, you and everybody else. It means a lot to me. Like I said, words can't even express. Not only do I always wake up happy here in the Philippines, this whole YouTube live stream I'd specifically point to, this community that we're building here, it's like, I look forward to this now. It's like, okay, you know, when I take my break from walking, I'll just talk to you guys, grab a coffee if I need one, and talk to you guys. You guys are like extra energy to my battery. Just excites me. I mean, it's so awesome that people want to hang out with me. It's kind of weird. And maybe people don't, but I appreciate the ones that do. So thank you, Miss Dimple. Wolfgang says, here no rain, but strong wind. Yeah, it's like sometimes you get these little gusts, but actually it's not as bad right now as I thought it would be. Again, it's like not really heavy clouds either. It's not bad at all here. Dumaguete's been getting lucky. The first nasty typhoon was a nothing burger here. Then we had the second one that was not really supposed to hit here, and it didn't. Just had some rain, residual, you know, effect from the outer of the storm. And then today was kind of hit or miss too. I don't know. Dumaguete seems to do pretty good when it comes down to not having the craziest weather, or maybe you're just coincidentally lucky, but I'll take it. I'd be out walking in the rain doing this live stream anyway. I don't care. Rain doesn't stop me. Wolfgang says, a bit cooler than I like it. Definitely not as hot because there's no sun out. Humidity's still there a little bit. Again, none of that bothers me. And I guess with whatever breeze we have, it feels good. It feels good, Wolfgang. Det says, I hope so too. What are you answering to, Det? I apologize. I'm kind of going back. Oh, okay. In regards to Ray. Now I'm following you. Yeah, it's just, because, yeah, he was supposed to be going up there to meet David and all that. I don't know. I plead the fifth sometimes. I just kind of, it's none of my business anyway, and hopefully they work it out. I think Lynn's a very nice person. And Che likes Lynn a lot, too. Not that we like Ray, too. We just want, I don't know, I just want to see people happy. Miss Dimple says, Ray's still drunk. Yeah. I'm just not gonna, I mean, I just wish that never would have happened. Det says, cool shirt. You like that shirt? Yeah, it kind of, you know, is an angel. I bought it here for less than 200 pesos at my favorite store up the road. It's called Tops and Bottoms. I gave it a nickname. It's called Toppers, just because I combined them. But yeah, it's just like, what's it say? God of music and poetry, Apollo. I just thought it was cool because I don't know. I like St. Michael the Archangel. It just kind of, yeah. And it was very inexpensive for the shirt. Like I said, maybe 150 pesos. And it's a nice t-shirt. Yeah, appreciate the compliment, Det. J-Boy laughing at Miss Dimples. Yeah, I know why. Oh boy, that comment, oh boy. You know where that comes from. Chase started that. When Ray would say something or do something, she'd be watching his live stream. She'd be like, oh boy. Gino says, hi to Bill. Det says, hi to JB. Det says, hey. Joe Calderon says, what's wrong? You can use homemade lasagna. Homemade lasagna? I haven't had lasagna in forever. Kind of sounds kind of good. I don't know the best place. You know what? If I wanted lasagna here in the Philippines, I could probably go to my favorite restaurant, which is called Astoria. I've mentioned this before. He has all types of cuisines, from Philippine food, Mexican food, Italian food, American food. I'm sure he could make some good lasagna. So, hi, Joe. Where are you from, Joe? Joe Calderon. Welcome, anyway. My name is Michael. Nice to meet you. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, from the United States, but living here. Det says, where's the homemade lasagna? I know. You know what? I could probably I've made lasagna on my own. I could probably scrounge up the proper ingredients at this place called Belchris here in Dumaguete, which is kind of like the best import store to go to get a variety of ingredients necessary to make the foods that you're more familiar with, especially from, Western countries, US, wherever, Canada. That's like, as far as I know, here in Dumaguete. But lasagna sounds like a good idea. Now you're making me hungry, Joe. Che is here. Everybody say hello to Che. If you don't know Che, that's my girlfriend. She's saying hello to everyone. Gino says, hi, Che. Det says, hi, Che. Wolfgang says, at Che, Mayung Butag. Again, I butcher everything. One of these days, you guys, I'll get better at Bisaya. Or, well, hell, you guys probably speak Tagalog and everything else. Just confuse me and make it more difficult. I'm just kidding, though. But Che says hi, Gino. J-Boy says hey, Che. Ende says hey, Det. Hey, 1 star. Thank you for being here. How are you doing? How's life treating you? Nice to see you again. Hey, Michael, Simple 2, and chat. Nice to see you, 1 star. Yeah, actually, not much rain here, 1 star. Spritzing here and there, little sprinkles, little breeze, and just a little bit of clouds. But it's not like nasty dark clouds. Like you see the clouds here, it's more like a haze here. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mentioned earlier, I just think it's wild. The traffic is like, usually this is just crazy through here now. It's almost like people aren't working today or holiday, or I don't know what's going on. Maybe Che knows. Che, is there some sort of holiday going on here in the Dumaguete? Why there's not so many people? Just thought I'd ask. I don't know. Monday says, Wolfgang, Mayung, Montag, PD. You're killing me. J-Boy says, hello again, Gino. Yeah, it's like deja vu. That's kind of cool. That's why I get so confused. It's like, Gino's is like the first live that I always get on in the morning. Not that I'm not happy when I get up in the morning, but I even commented on his channel. He just kind of sets the tone. Gino's channel, Dazzle TV, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. He kind of sets the tone. Just puts my good mood into a better mood. Peaceful, kind of relaxing, very genuine live stream. And and it's like mine. It's like a Q&A. Hits kind of all the same similar topics and stuff like that. But yeah, Gino, he always jokes. He's like, I'm like a brother from another. It's kind of funny. End days. Trying to see where we left off. All right, J-Boy says hello again. Okay. Che says J-Boy, oh boy, hello. Yeah, we know the oh boy. J-Boy says oh boy, Che. Gino says hi, J-Boy. Bill sounds like a sketchy place. What place is that, Bill, that's sketchy? Bill says hi to Gino. Martin's here, says hello to all. Hello, Martin. I don't know if I've seen you recently or not, Martin. Again, you guys all have other lives. I don't expect you guys to be in my live or any others. You guys have a life to live. But thank you for being here, Martin. Appreciate your comment on my live stream from, I think, yesterday or the other day. You apologize for not being in my live, which you didn't need to do that. But I appreciate you saying that. Very, very nice thing to say, Martin. J-Boy says, hey, Bill. Easy Lewis is here. Easy Lewis 1. Lasagna will be the first white dish to go. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of lasagna. I like it. Depends on how it's prepared. I prefer cooking my own food. I think my own food I cook with like priority elite ingredients, I think I can make a better lasagna than I can get out, but I don't eat it that much. Where are you from, Easy Lewisy One? Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. My name's Michael. Nice to meet you. Josh Wilson's here. Hi, Josh, like deja vu. I think I saw you on Gino this morning. I know I did. I'm just playing, but it's nice to see you, Josh. Appreciate you, again, your support. Bill says hi to J-Boy. Easy Louise says only ham hocks and oxtails. I've had ham hocks before. I don't remember when, but I know I have. As far as I know, I never had oxtail, but I'd try it. Or pig's feet. I've had chicken feet before, and not enough meat on the chicken feet. I've had chicken feet, not my number one choice. I had chicken head, definitely not on my choice priority list. I did eat the chicken intestine, the whatever. I did eat that. Kind of rubbery, but at least I was able to chew that only once. Now the chicken liver, I liked. Chicken liver is good, and it's good for you. So, and it had barbecue sauce on it, so I did eat the chicken liver. You just have to watch how much liver you eat. You can eat actually too much because it's high in iron, very high in iron. I would try pig's feet. I would imagine pig's feet maybe has a little more meat on it than chicken feet. But I haven't done balut either, so if you ask about balut, no. I just afraid I don't have the stomach for it, and being that I've never experienced even drinking the juice in a 16-day balut like Che has had, and then the vinegar, I'm just afraid to try it. So yeah, balut isn't gonna happen for me. Gino says Sbarro, New York, and Bacolod City or Iloilo has decent lasagna. You know what? You're right, they have it. I remember when I was in SM Mall in Bacolod, they have the Sbarro up on the upper floor, second floor, whatever. I had pizza from there. I actually think I got pizza from there with Che once, I think, while we were living in Bacolod. Their food was always really expensive in the United States. I guess it was slightly cheaper here. I don't really remember. I just wanted a piece of the pizza and just bought it. But yeah, their lasagna looks decent. Again, I'm not bragging, but I think I could make better lasagna than you can get at Sbarro. Again, I think anything people cook at home, when you pick out the ingredients, you prepare it exactly the way you want. I think home cooked meals are always better than going out to eat. Plus, I think it's better, and you obviously save money. Easy Louise One says chitterlings. Now, what are chitterlings, or is that something I had? I just called it intestines. I'm wondering if that's something. Is that something from a pig, or is that something from a chicken? Let me know, Easy Louise or Louisy One. Just curious. Educate me. J-Boy says, how many miles you walk every day? At least 8 to 10 miles I'd walk a day, J-Boy. 8 to 10. And it's very easy to get to that 8 to 10. It's very easy to get to there. Especially where Che and I live now, on the other end of Dumaguete, or where our apartment is. It's a little bit of a walk from the apartment to the downtown in the city, which Che walks that now too. Give Che credit. She now walks from our apartment to the city, and then if she goes grocery shop, and then she takes a tricycle back because she has bags. But she's been doing it. Sometimes she'll come to the city and she'll go back. You can get a good, I'm just guessing, I never actually looked it up, but from the marina, our apartment, to downtown the city, down and back, maybe 3 miles or something like that, at least. So yeah, Che's doing that now, and that's a good average. People always ask me, what's a good amount to minimum, bare minimum, to walk a day? I always suggest 3 to 5 miles, but I mean, if you can at least do 3, that's good, in my opinion. Easy Luisi says, y'all have been told, still too stupid to help your own people, morons. Sorry, Easy Louise, I'm not following you. I don't think I'm stupid. I wouldn't say I'm the smartest guy in the world, but hey, you're entitled to your opinion. I eat a lot of food. I eat a lot of Philippine food. Ask my Filipina Che. I eat more Philippine food than a lot of foreigners. There's a lot of foreigners that I know and personally know, they don't like Philippine food, which I'm kind of surprised. I think it's actually really good. But I will always try anything. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Just like I'm sure there's food that you like and don't like also. But I appreciate the advice. But you really shouldn't call people stupid or morons, because that kind of is more of a reflection of yourself than it is everybody else. You don't know us. But anyway, on to the next. Bill Meyer says, I ate lasagna yesterday. I'm jealous, Bill. Did you cook it at home or did you buy it out? Just curious. 1 star, taking care of business. Thank you, 1 star. On the messages deleted, I don't even need to view them. I trust it. 1 star says, at Michael Simple 2, blessed here in Texas, glad Duma wasn't hit hard by that storm. Yeah, and I like I said, it wasn't, I don't think, I didn't see anything. I just kind of look at the radar, and then I'll look at the local weather here on my app. Usually the radar shows how strong it is or how strong it will or won't be. It just seems like a basic storm. I could be wrong. Well, here anyway, it's not that big of an issue. I mean, as you can see, again, a little bit of breeziness, but just some droplets. There's people walking there. It's not bad at all. I just think it's wild that there's no traffic. I know I keep bringing that up, but this is like nothing compared to what it is to start the week off on a Monday. Again, there might be some holiday, maybe Gino knows something going on, or maybe it's just a local thing here. I don't know. But yes, blessed in Texas. I've been to Texas. Texas has some good food. Don't even have me thinking about it, but hello to Buster Hyman. I hope that's Hyman or Hyman, but welcome, Buster. Where are you from, Buster? My name's Michael. I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm from the United States, but living here abroad in the Philippines. Not a sunny day, but that's okay. Once in a while this happens. Bill says, easy means you are supposed to relax. Frumbly Bumbly said, I was just about to at 1 star flag. All right. Hey, Stowaway. Good afternoon now. You're right. 26 after 12. Good afternoon, Stowaway. How are you doing? Again, thank you for being here, supporting my live stream. Lots of love to everybody. Appreciate it. You guys sacrifice your time to hang out with me. Easy says, Big Easy, New Orleans. My bad. I should have caught on to that. My apologies, but all right, so New Orleans. I've been to New Orleans too. A long time ago, many years ago. Had some good food in New Orleans as well. Very good food in New Orleans. That's what's cool too. Like, obviously I'm from the United States, so when you go and visit different states, you have certain foods that kind of represent the states, and Louisiana's food is the bomb, awesome. Texas, awesome. Then you kind of go into Arizona and Southern Cal. I love Mexican food. I like all food, honestly. People always ask me, like, what cuisine is my #1 favorite? That's tough. I mean, because I like so many. I love barbecue. I love Southern food. I love Mexican food. I love, like, jambalaya. I love chili. See, now you just got me thinking about food. I'm getting hungry. But thank you, Easy. Glad you're here. 1 star says, hello. He's laughing at Frumbly Bumbly. Love his name. Stowaway says hi again. Again, Stowaway, thank you. Easy, Louisiana. I remember New Orleans. I should be able to tie those two together. Again, my apologies for not catching on. I see a lot of accounts, and sometimes you just have brain freezes. And but it's nice to meet you too. Miss Dimple says the weather there looks good. You know, I don't care what the weather is. Obviously, I don't want a typhoon or a hurricane type weather, but rain, that just goes along with it. Obviously, every day is not going to be sunny, and that's just life, but I'm not complaining. I can wake up with rain and I'm perfectly fine and happy, and I'm good. Plus, it feels good. I don't mind walking in the rain, even with my device. I don't like it when my glasses get rain all over them, because you got to be careful. I know, at least with these lenses, if I take a cloth, there's something, whatever's in the rain can cause the glasses, you could scratch them potentially. So I always remember, take them off, go into the wherever, rinse them off first, and then just use hand soap or kind of dish detergent soap lightly and wipe them, and then they're all good. But I'm good. I'm very good with the weather. I'm in the Philippines living my dream. I have no complaints. Genghis John, now that's another cool name. It's like Genghis Khan. Oxtail is amazing if you prepare it right. I'm sure it is. Again, oxtail, the pig's feet, I'd try it. I don't know how to prepare it. I'm not, maybe my girlfriend does, but I'll try anything at least once. As long as there's a little meat. Like some things here, you know, I prefer a little more meat and less bones. This creating more work for me, but if it tastes good, I'll eat it. I've tried some very different things here in the Philippines that I've never tried ever in my life. Like I said, the most probably difficult thing I ever tried was a chicken head. I mean, they literally ate the whole skull. Like my Filipino friend, I'm like, how do I eat this? All I saw was barbecue sauce on a skull, no skin, no nothing. So I'm like, he's like, here, and he put half the chicken head in his mouth, front teeth, cracked it right in half. I don't even think he chewed it that many times, swallowed it. The other half popped it in like he bit an egg in half. It was crazy. I would probably choke, but I don't know. What do I know? I just, like I said, I couldn't do the chicken head. Chicken feet did nothing for me. I ate the intestines. I like the liver. And the liver is probably the most nutritional thing to eat anyway. I don't mind the liver. So I did try everything. Just not balut. Again, balut's a whole other thing that I just worry would just make me sick. But I do try a lot of things. And I do love Philippine food. But thank you, Genghis John, for being here. Nice to meet you. Hope we see you again. Wolfgang says, I like your personality. You're such an open-hearted person. Doing lives is easy because I can just be myself. It's like I'm having a conversation with friends. And I'm basically this way anyway, but once you get to know people and you just kind of almost forget that you're doing a live stream, I'm just myself. What you see is what you get. You either vibe with me or you don't. I mean, that's why, like, it's no different than watching something on TV. If you don't like what you're watching, what do? You change the channel. So, yeah, it's all good, but appreciate the comment and compliment, Wolfgang. Wolfgang's giving some hearts. New Orleans says pig intestines. Now I know I've never had pig intestines. Chicken intestines, but not pig intestines. I'm sure they're very similar, although the pig intestines are probably much bigger. I like lechon. I've had it. Yeah, I like it. I would try pig intestines. What's the worst that could happen? I just don't like it. But like I said, when I ate the chicken intestines, it was very rubbery. Again, I think Genghis, I don't want to say Genghis Khan, Genghis John made a good point saying, if it's prepared right. I think a lot of things depends on how it's prepared. Maybe if something was prepared a little differently, I might like it better. So that's always a possibility, you know. I just took the barbecue, the intestines were on a stick, and I ate it. Little chewy, little rubbery. Det says, at Easy, we have it in the Philippines, grilled pig intestines and chicken intestines. Yeah, like I said, Dad, I'm pretty sure I didn't have pig intestines. But J-Boy says, you get used to eating a lot of rice. Yeah, I eat a fair amount. I don't if I at least eat it once a day, turning this way, the rain's blowing. I eat rice at least once a day. There are days when I don't have it at all. I eat more rice now that I'm in the Philippines than I did in the US. I don't think I ever ate rice unless I ate like, maybe I was eating Mexican food somewhere and there was like a Spanish rice that was included, but other than that, but it's fine. I mean, I walk so much, and I've also learned with rice recently, if I remember correctly, because it was mentioned by my brother to me, something about, again, look it up, Google it, but something about rice, someone did a study and it shows that rice helps with digestion. I'm a big advocate of anything that helps with digestion. So I never looked it up myself, but my brother mentioned it. I'm pretty sure it was him saying, because he now knows that I eat more rice, and he said, actually, aside from the carbs, which is fine, I walk enough. I'm burning everything off that I'm eating, so it's not that big of a deal to me. But I heard, well, at least that's who I thought told me, rice helps with digestion. Dad says, I've tried ox brain once, not a fan. I don't think I've ever tried it. Art Park Garden says, what's happening, Michael and Shay? All right, Art Park, is this Art Chairs? Did you change your name? Because obviously you did, because I have you with a blue jacket on. But appreciate you being here, Art Chairs. Why you change your name up on me? What happened to Art Chairs? If that's you, I think that's you. Josh says, don't think I could eat brains. Now, here, back to the brains thing, in the chicken head, when I was kind of like, what's there to eat on this thing? And then my Filipino friend said, you crack open the skull and eat the brains out of it. So I can honestly say I had chicken brains. But other than that, I didn't eat any bones or, like I said, he bit it in half, chewed it, crunch, like maybe 2 times. I know he couldn't have chewed all that up, but he swallowed half of the head, chicken head, whole. I think I would have choked, but he's used to it. And I asked him, I said, how are you not choking? He said, I've been eating chicken heads for a long time and I'm used to it. And he popped in the second half and just, I was like, I don't think I can do that. But I tried it. So, just not Baloo. Wolfgang says, at Joe, damn it, you made me hungry too. Lasagna is close to my #1 food. Yeah. Again, if I have to go back, if I had to pick one, if someone said, you have to pick one type of food right now, what would you eat? I love Mexican food. I do love a variety of Mexican food. I have to admit that. Stowaway says, I missed some of your live, but I'm here now. Was busy looking after house construction, getting done before Christmas, hopefully. Hey, no worries, Stowaway. I'm just thankful you're here now. You know, no worries. I get it. Everybody has a life, myself included. Anytime I miss somebody else's live stream or I make a late appearance, I don't want to be late or miss it, but it gets tough sometimes. Hold on, put my power bank on the back of my phone, my magnetic power bank. But yeah, it happens. It's all right. I mean, I don't expect, I'm just thankful and blessed what people give time to me. It's a blessing. But thank you, Stowaway. Hey, Brian's here. Hey, Brian, I noticed on your name, you said it put insert name here, or whatever you had, like SAM, maybe it was Sam or something before, but now you have Brian. I like that better. Insert name here, Brian. I like when people know your name. I just call you Brian. I'm glad I can actually remember that, but that helps. So much respect. I like the way you kind of tweaked your name and put your name there. But afternoon to you too. Just a little bit of rain. I'm hiding under a tree, obviously, but all good. Having fun with you guys. One Star says, it's cool Che hasn't been to Sikihor before. Exactly. It will be interesting to see if she's into all the superstitions around the island. Where are you at looking to stay? Well, we're going to do some day trips for a while because you can take the fast boat here, and I don't know if you might already be aware of this, but you take a speedboat, 40 minutes to the island, take the earliest one in the morning, and you can take the latest one that comes back. Gives you about, I don't know, maybe 8 to 9 hours total there. So we're just gonna pick a location, say, all right, we're going to this waterfall, we're going to this beach, stay there for the day, come back, just to save a little money. Eventually, we'll pick, like, what is it, the Cocoa, I think there's the Cocoa Resorts or something like that over there. One of these days, we'll do that too. I spent a little more money on the hotel that we were in for a month, which I didn't want to do here in Dumaguete while we were waiting for an apartment. So I kind of was taking extra money out of my savings, so I'm trying to replenish that in a way and just cut back, be smart, I guess, you know. So we're just going to do day trips for now. I'm definitely going to make videos of that experience. Again, I've only been to the Sikihor twice. One beach, which the name escapes me, and then I was at Kumbahaya Falls on Sikihor. So I know if you pick a beach, there's food, places to eat, Philippine food right along the beaches, so that's a little more convenient. Whereas if you go to a waterfall, you almost would have to bring something with you. So I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards we'll probably just go to, like, I don't know, I like Little Boracay, there's a beach there, and then it's right beside another really nice beach, Palauto. But then there's also really private, secluded, like non-touristy beaches there too. So we'll get there and pay a guy to take us on his motorbike to whatever we want to go, and then get a ride back. And yeah, we're just going to do day trips, which I think will be fun. And then I want to vlog and make videos, because I need to make videos. That's a big part of YouTube, and I like doing it. I don't mind doing the editing. Yes, it's easy to do live stream because there's no editing, and I'll probably do a live stream over there as long as I can get a signal. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And like I said, yeah, she hasn't been there yet, so that'll be exciting to see her reaction. But I think she'll be into it. She's adventurous. She's, you know, she doesn't mind getting herself dirty. You know, she'll like it. Josh says, but the only thing I've ever heard back to 1 star is about witches or something. People always say, don't look out for the witches on Sikihor. That's the only thing I've ever heard about, like superstition related kind of stuff. But we won't be spending the night, not anytime soon. Josh says some stuff would make me hesitant to eat just from a name like fish balls. Yeah, any balls would be difficult for me to eat, but I guess fish balls, any balls, you kind of are what you eat, and I guess at least for a man. Balls, yeah. J-Boy says balut is the most nutritious of all. I'm not disagreeing or denying that, J-Boy. I'm just not comfortable with eating it. I've smelt it on people's breath when they ate it, which kind of is like, didn't even smell that good. And then I know people says, just do a couple shots of alcohol or drink some beers. I don't drink, so I don't have that to bail me out, to get me through it. So, I mean, I guess I should say never, but for the time being, I have no desire to try balut. I watched Che try it. She's had balut, obviously, but she's never, as long as I've been with her, she's never had it while we've been together. So it'd be kind of interesting to do a little live or short of her eating balut. It'd probably be funny to see me attempting balut in a video. You guys would probably laugh watching me. Det says, I can't remember the last time I ate balut. But, Det, have you had balut? I guess that means you have, because it's been so long since you tried it. I know I can't remember because I never had it. Josh says, Det, how can you forget something like that? Yeah, I would probably remember, and I'm just thinking of the worst case scenario, thinking me getting sick and just feeling the urge to just bleh. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, and then I might be somebody that goes, wow, balut's awesome. That's possible. Just something about it just doesn't sit with me. Brian says, never tried balut myself. I saw it's good. A lot of people love it. A lot of people say they simply just love the juice that's in it more than anything. I think even Che has said that. It's raining a little more now, but I'm all right. I'm under a tree. I have my friends with me right now. Um, Stowaway says, I hope we can collaborate together on vlog. I'm thinking to go to the mountains. If you like, we can go to Kamansi Tanjai. We go there with a motorcycle. I'd be into it. I think Che would be into it. And the fact is, you guys drive motorcycles. I don't. So, hell, I'll help pay for gas or whatever else you need, Stowaway. Let me know. Let me know. I'm open to trips anytime, you know. I'll go anywhere. And Che knows that. If for whatever reason, you know, sometimes if I have a friend that wants to take me on his motorbike to Valencia, I can go anywhere. So anytime, Stowaway, you let me know. And I'll help pay for gas, whatever you need to get in. That would be an awesome vlog. I'd enjoy it a lot and collaborate. Definitely. Let me know. No problem at all. That's why I'm here. I want to explore. And you would make it actually very convenient with the motorcycle. And yes, that would be very cool with the shades. Yep. J-Boy says, most Americans love Mexican food. It's almost like your national food. Yeah, there's just so many. I mean, from tacos to enchiladas, to quesadillas, to this, to that, to nachos. Yeah, Mexican food is, I prefer to make my own, but it's like, I love ground beef. I love chicken in there, you know, quesadillas, however you want to prepare it. I love the cheeses, the hot sauces. Yeah, Mexican would probably be first. Or, I mean, that would be 1A, but I'm sure I'd have 1A, 1B also. Like, there'd probably be other ones I'd have to line. It's difficult. I like a variety of food. I love chicken adobo, especially the adobo that Che makes me, because she makes me boneless chicken adobo. Yes, you can say I'm spoiled, but I just prefer more meat. It's like the way adobo is here, and that's fine. That's just the Philippine style. Obviously, there's a lot of bone, and it's just like more bone than meat on each piece. And like I said, I'm a spoiled American, I guess. But I've gotten a lot better. I'm less materialistic. But I asked Che one time, would it be difficult to make boneless chicken adobo? Would that change it? Because I know when you cook chicken or anything with bones, the meat tends to be more tender, which it is. If it were bigger portions of bone with meat, I would like it. I wouldn't mind the bone. But anyway, yeah, she's like, no, it wouldn't be a problem. So she kind of makes a combination of boneless and boned chicken in the adobo, and I love it. We ate that last night. I could eat chicken adobo every day. We had chicken adobo, rice, cucumbers, and some romaine lettuce salad with balsamic vinaigrette, and we had some leftover. It was a variety chicken soup. It was like egg drop soup. She made it homemade from a whole chicken and boiled it, and potato. It was like a combination of potato soup, chicken egg drop, chicken noodle soup, and egg drop soup all in one. It was really good. Very, very, very good. Art Park, so weird. That's my original channel name, and even though I changed the name to Archer, sometimes now on different lives it shows the original name. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. I was thinking, I knew it was you because you had a blue jacket and you still had the art in it. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember an art park. I said, I remember an art chairs. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, it's showing art Park Garden 8849 with the blue jacket. But it's all good. I'm just glad you're here. Det says, at Josh, Pinoy is much easier to eat than balut. Well, for me, anything's easier to eat than balut right now. J-Boy says, how many balut can you eat at Det? I have to ask Che how many balut she can eat. I don't know. I know I eat about 0. Det said balut is fear factor level. Yeah, I mean, would you actually say, like, when you say fear factor level, and I'm thinking fear factor when those people were eating like scorpions and bugs, and I think of all the stuff, you know, that I guess maybe in Bangkok You know, they're drinking snake blood and all sorts of stuff. So you put balut in fear factor level there. Uh, debt. That's interesting. One star even says debt it is, laughing. Okay. Maybe I'm glad I'm not trying balut. You're putting it at fear factor level. Josh Wilson says, you're all freaking me out. I'll be eating McDonald's every day if I ever make it over there. You'll try other stuff, Josh. You'll definitely try others. Yeah, we're not. Balut is just one. I don't know of anything, well, other than the chicken heads and feet, but I would be afraid to break a tooth. Eating a chicken. I mean, I almost did try to bite. I probably would have chipped a tooth. Det says, J-Boy, not much. One is enough. Well, at least you're eating one. I can't even eat one. J-Boy says, LOL at Josh. J-Boy says, I can eat about 4. 4 more than me, J-Boy, but that's all right. Some people can just do things that other people can't. You're much braver than me when it comes to that. Det says, Josh, don't worry. I won't force you to eat one. Well, don't force me either, Det. I know you wouldn't do that. I was actually, I think I've met a fair amount of foreigners who have tried balut. Some liked it, some didn't. And then I've met a fair amount of foreigners that just won't try it at all. Josh said, balut would be something you eat at a candlelight dinner, but blow the candle out first. Yeah. And then I'd accidentally said, oh, I can't see where the balut is. Sorry, I can't find it. There's no light. Sorry, I can't eat it. That would be my excuse. I couldn't find it to eat it. That's laughing. Stowaway says, I'm planning summer like March or April. All right, Stowaway, sounds like a plan. You just keep me in the loop. Definitely something I'd be into, Chay'd be into, and either way, we'll work it out. I'll do it. Especially somebody that has a motorbike. That totally helps because at some point my hand will be forced and I'll have to get a motorbike. But for now, I don't need one. Especially here. I live too close within walking distance to everything. And if I really need one for certain occasions, I could rent one. Not that I'd feel completely comfortable, but I'd be much comfortable on a motorbike in Sikihor. There's not the traffic there. I wouldn't feel as intimidated with other people around me. Plus, I still have the American traffic mindset. Like, I don't even know if I've ever been on a motorbike at all while I've been here in the Philippines. I've been on one with somebody else riding it, but I've never driven one here at all. So, although I have the safe mentality, my safe mentality might make the locals uncomfortable too. I mean, I know what I know, but they don't know how I think. So, yeah. But Stowaway, let me know. That would be awesome. Det says, true, balut should be eaten in the dark. Yeah. Drink and eat in the dark. And I don't do either. One star says, I try American balut. It's when you bring your own hard-boiled egg to the balut stand and borrow their vinegar and salt and call it mission accomplished. Yeah, there you go. Give me a chicken egg, a hard-boiled chicken egg. Give me some vinegar and salt. I'd do that. Heck, Che was making a slight version of deviled eggs today for her breakfast. We only had mustard. We didn't have any mayo because I'm picky about the mayo here. I'm trying to find, you can make your own mayo too, but I'm trying to find the healthy version of mayo that doesn't have some of the stuff in it that I don't like to consume. I would usually get, I think it's called Primal Kitchen or something like that in the US, mayo, and then there's like an avocado mayo. Tastes completely like mayo, just minus the ingredients that I don't prefer. But yeah, she made a mustard deviled egg only. But it was interesting. She cut it in half, scooped out the yolk and was mixing it up with mustard. She never tried mustard. I don't even know if she liked it because the maintenance guys showed up when she was making her deviled eggs. So I didn't even see her eat them, but I assume she liked them. But yeah, that's a good idea, one star. Let's do it hard-boiled egg and bring it and think, cheers to everybody, and they think you're eating a balut. Mission accomplished. Brian says back had to batten down the hatches as had a hailstorm come through. That's wild. No hail here. I don't know if, I don't think it would ever get cold enough here, but I guess if the temperature in the sky was kind of freaky, which creates the hail, I guess that could happen. There's actually somebody fishing over there. I don't know if you can see this, but people always ask me, well, somebody asked, if people fish there? And I'm like, yep, right there. Or at least he has a long pole. I don't know what he's doing. I thought he was fishing. I don't know what he's doing over there. Maybe he's not fishing. But it's raining a little more now. You can definitely see the sky and it's wet. But I'm good. In the storm and all. Well, it's not a storm. In the rain. Oh, I'm glad you're back, Brian. Batten down the hatches. Josh says, at 1 thumbs up. J-Boy says, you don't ride, Michael. You trying to learn? I know how to ride. I just never felt comfortable here. I'm just going to have to get over that stupid fear, J-Boy. It's probably better for me to learn here in the city, but it's kind of like me. Everybody says, Michael, go to Sikihor, go to a province, learn how to ride a bike, and then kind of just learn where it's less traffic. And then once you get that under your belt, kind of go from there and then head towards the city, and then you'll be fine. Especially here in Dumaguete. I mean, I know how it is when I'm walking around. Everybody's very hospitable to me here. Not saying because I'm a foreigner or not, but I just know that they're very, it's like a pedestrian first mentality here in Dumaguete. It wasn't like that in Bacolod. Very different there. I always felt like I was going to get run over. Hey, Yashas Art. Welcome. Hello. Nice to see you here, my friend. How are things going with you? Still doing your voiceovers? I think your voice is just fine, just the way it is. Dad says, Balut was featured in Fear Factor. They were like gagging and everything. I was laughing the whole time. I'd be happy if I was them. Wow. I bet you, I wonder if that episode is on YouTube. I'll have to find that. I think a bird just shit on me. I think I got bird poop on my leg. See? Bird poop. That's why I got a cap on me to poop on my head. They're in the trees too. Brian says, but yeah, I'm gonna look on YouTube, see if I can find that episode. Brian says, I still have to find the video. I have all of our Aussie teenagers trying Balut and Boracay. Brian says hi to Yashas. He said he's eating chicken. Good for you. Teresa from Canada is here, says, too exciting for me. What's too exciting? This live stream? There's no way. You can't be that excited. I'm in the rain in the Philippines and we're just chatting. I just had a bird take a crap on my knee, basically. Yeah, I see them now. That's why they're pooping. This is like the famous bird tree. But yeah, it is raining a lot more. I'm gonna go under here. Maybe this little spot protects me from poop. Right under there. We'll see how this works out. But welcome, Teresa from Canada. Sorry it's too exciting in here for you. This is as good as it gets sometimes. And it's raining a lot more here in the Philippines. It's starting to pour, actually. I'm just out and about walking in the Philippines on a rainy day, doing a live stream. And I'm from the United States. My name's Michael. But yeah, I'm hiding under a tree. Where are you? Have you ever been to the Philippines? Teresa from Canada. Brian says, I have been licensed for a car over 45 years and full bike for 15, but I'm not game enough to drive there. I will leave it up to the professionals. See, and that's kind of the way I felt, but I don't know. At some point I might just have to try it and just say the hell with it. and not worry so much about it. Che doesn't ride either. She's afraid of it, intimidated by it. So it would be helpful if she would ride. I always tease her and I said, you know, look at all these Filipinas on their motorbikes. Why don't you ride? I just joke with her. But she said she's going to practice, learn to do it if I do. She's rode a motorbike, but in her province, a handful of times. Josh says that ship looks like it would be stuck that close to the shore. Yeah, you're right. It is close. It's definitely not moving. Well, yeah, then you got that one too. Yeah, that is interesting. That is really close. I don't know if I've ever seen them that close before. You're actually right. I mean, it's like really close. I was looking at that one at first, and then I'm like, you're talking about that one. Yeah, that's close. You are right. It almost looked like it could be hung up on something. I mean, I don't even see it like wobbling, like bobbling or anything, like bobbing in the water. And I'm trying not to shake, but it's hard. That's interesting. Good eye, Josh. How do we have something we have to monitor? You're right. I just noticed that because of you. You're more observant than me. I thought a mosquito, something. Brian says hail was up half tennis ball size. Holy cow. That would probably bust some windshield or break some glass. Gino's still here, hanging strong, hanging tough with me. Says hi to Brian. Brian says hi to Gino. Yeah, Yashash says, have you seen my second voice over? I have to check that out, Yashash. But as I've said to you before, when I've listened to ones where you use your own voice, I think it's unique, authentic, and it's you. And your voice is fine. I don't know. I mean, you do what you want, but I don't find anything wrong with your voice. I actually just think it's cool just the way it is. But that's my opinion. J-Boy says, bird poop on you supposed to be lucky. Okay, I remember that because I kind of, like I said, smeared it. But yeah, it's shit on me. I remember that. We'll see how my day goes, J-Boy. And then I'll get back to you and see if I had, well, every day is a good, blessed day here in the Philippines. So I don't know if I'll notice anything out of the ordinary because I feel like every day I'm blessed and lucky. But I'm going to let you know if something really good happens. Or hopefully it's not opposite of that and I have something bad happen. Josh says, it'll rain in a few minutes and wash off. Yeah. That's why I'm under this particular part. I figure the branch, you can't really poop that way. I was under the thinner branches. Martin says, the fact that it was on Fear Factor gives me all the information I need. See, I didn't know that either, Martin, and that's kind of very telling because, like I said, Fear Factors with scorpions and weird kind of bugs and just creepy crawly things. And I mean, I've seen snake blood in videos in Bangkok where they drink the snake blood, but I never saw that on Fear Factor. But that would be a Fear Factor type thing. But yeah, me too, Martin. I kind of agree with you on that one. J-Boy says Filipino superstitions. J-Boy says Bacola driving is like the Wild Wild West. Yeah, I just walking there was like playing the game of Frogger. I always compare it to that, where that game of Frogger where you're trying to cross the road and things are going every which way, and literally just like get up there and I'm like, all right, close my eyes, because if you don't attempt to walk out and force people to stop when you're trying to cross the road in Bacola, they won't stop. You'll be standing there all day. So you kind of just have to go out, put the hand up and just say, hey, you are, and they're going faster too. Yeah, they just don't have and I understand maybe in all of Asia, it's not like a pedestrian first situation like it kind of is in the US, but here in Dumaguete, it is. It is like that in Dumaguete. Man, it's really pouring now. Definitely picked up a lot, which this is kind of what it was supposed to be like. So I guess we're getting what we were supposed to get. Not much. I was supposed to walk and get a haircut today too. We'll see. I love getting a haircut here because it's so cheap. What I spent back home in the US was ridiculous. Now that I'm here, like, I can get a haircut every 2 weeks. It's nice. Keep it all clean and fade it up, and yeah, it's like perfect. And I could get a haircut in Dumaguete for 50 pesos, but I never found like a regular barber there. Whereas here I have my main go-to guy here. It's like 130 pesos. I always give extra. Up to 200 pesos. I was paying $25 for a haircut in the US. Here it's a couple dollars. Brian says the thing is Australia is very rules-based driving, so the lack of those rules makes your reaction times all way out. Yeah, exactly. It's just, yeah, like my mindset is the rules of the US. Obviously there's other foreigners from the US that come here and they adapt just fine, and that's the part I'd have to like get over and get acclimated to, that part of it. It just makes me nervous. I shouldn't be, because I'm usually, a lot of stuff doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid to do things, but thank goodness, it's raining a lot. But I agree with you. Che is now at Kandawai Tricycle Terminal now. All right, so you're at the terminal to go to Kandawai. Lots of rain there yet, Che, because it's raining here. But thanks for updating us, Che, on your whereabouts. Everybody was asking, you know, obviously they ask where you're at or what you're doing. But yeah, that's still, Josh, like you said about that ship. That's the closest I think I've ever remember seeing it. And if it's anchored there, okay, I guess. I'm not a boat. I don't know a lot about boats, so I don't know what is proper distance, but I wouldn't think it gets that deep that soon, not being that far out. But again, I could be completely wrong. I just know there's a lot of rocks they have closer to the shore to help alleviate erosion and stuff like that. But I don't know. That's interesting. Josh says, I got a haircut last week, jumped to 23 bucks. Yeah, mine was 25, Josh, in the US. And here, what's funny is, look at this, like you can see this little boat. Now this is interesting. From this boat here, there's this, I'm trying to show you as best I can. There's this little boat now I see a pier, I assume. I don't know where it's going. Unless that's one of those little banca boats, I'm not sure. I don't know if it was going to that. That's interesting. Anyway, back to haircuts. Yeah, I was paying $25, and God love the guy that cuts my hair, Zach. I love him. He's the bomb. But where I get my hair cut here at Speed Barbershop, they take pride in giving their haircuts. They give a fade as well as anybody. They take their time and they go over it many times. They don't let any certain little hair be missed, like, you know, cutting lawn and you have some stragglers in there that you miss. They're double cutting, triple cutting. I love getting a haircut in the Philippines. They take pride in it. Great conversation, great guys. I did like a short video. I did a time lapse of me getting a haircut there once. It's in my shorts if anybody cares. But I always said to him, he's a really nice guy, and everybody that works there are really cool. I was like, it'd be fun to do a live stream in here sometime in the barbershop. I just don't know. He has Wi-Fi, so that could work. But if I had to use my data, once you go into buildings, it really messes with your data. But yeah, so I can get a haircut every 2 weeks. It's always pretty much clean. Once I start getting a little fuzzy, I say call them wolf hairs. Like, I can go every 2 weeks, where US, I was probably going every month. $25 is too expensive for a haircut. When you're exposed to getting a haircut here, obviously. But even, I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, it's like 25 bucks for a haircut. That's a lot. J-Boy says, when I go home to the Philippines, I don't ride either. I drive my car, don't trust myself with no rules there, and don't trust the drivers around me. I give the drivers in Dumaguete a lot of credit. They're very, very good at it, as well as Bacolod. But Dumaguete, It's almost like they have eyes all over their head. I'm surprised there aren't more accidents here, but how they do it just, sorry, a mosquito or something, it just works. It just works for them here. And it's like they read each other's minds. They almost anticipate everybody's move. Kind of remarkable in a way. Whether or not I could ever get on that level to blend in, but I do blend in as a walker. So although I'm walking, it's almost like I'm kind of going right in with the flow and blend. Like I walk right out into the street and it's kind of like I kind of know what everybody's going to do. Not that an accident couldn't happen, but for the most part, my anticipation walking here in Dumaguete, I'm very comfortable, if that makes sense. Joshua says, I have long hair, it almost covers my eyes. It's all right. I went through many phases, long hair, short hair, back to short, back to long. And yeah, just as I got older, I got more into the fade and military style like haircut, keeping it clean. But yeah, I went through the long phases. Never any longer than here, I don't think. It was pretty long. It was like that surfer dude kind of hairstyle I went through when I was all about, which I'm still about the beach thing, but when I was much younger. I love the peach emoji, Che. You know what? Why she gives me that, J-Boy? I'm going to share something with you. The reason, J-Boy, that Che gives me the peach emoji is because we call each other Labut. And if you know what Labut means, and besides, your butt, a peach looks like a butt. So she's basically telling me where she's at, Labut. Without saying Labut, she puts a peach, which the peach is supposed to be my butt. There you go. So now you know why she leaves the peach, Labut. Or maybe you already figured that out. Che says, yes, it's raining. Yeah. Oh, well, I think we'll be good after tomorrow. Fingers crossed that Wednesday we can go to Sikihor. Brian says, the saving grace of driving or riding in the Philippines is the slower speeds, I guess. Yeah. When you guys bring up a car, like no motorbike, but a car, like J-Boy says about the car, I'm probably more comfortable, if I had to choose between a car and a motorbike, probably a motorbike, just because the car is bigger. I'd be afraid of it getting all messed up, like dinged up, banged up. I mean, I wouldn't want to own anything that's really nice. I mean, even when you go to from what I see, when you park a motorbike, you have the guy that's basically kind of parks it, puts it in a spot for you, and they pull them all close together. And I just don't, I baby like stuff when I buy it. Like I'm very, take care of my stuff. As I've mentioned before, when I would park my car in the US, I'd park so far in the parking lot so I was far away from any other cars to give them an opportunity to open their door or ding my car. I was like that, OCD when it came to my car or my personal things that I invested in money in. I was just very, very picky and took care of my stuff. So here, I don't know if you get the same kind of respect for your stuff. I don't like the idea of someone else handling, moving my motorbike, twisting it around. I just don't know if I could ever handle that. But if I buy a motorbike, I would buy something used. I wouldn't definitely not buy a new one unless it was just too cheap and good of a price to pass up. Che says, J-Boy, of course, I love the peach. Yeah, she labut. Brian says, hi, Che. And we got Steve Reyes, 861. What country? I am in the Philippines, Dumaguete, Philippines. Apologize for the weather. It's raining today. But yeah, I'm from the United States, Steve. Where are you from? And welcome to Something Simple channel. Just hanging out under a tree. We already got pooped on by a bird, but it's all good. And festival going on, well, not right now over here, but I'm in Dumaguete City, just hanging out, talking amongst my friends, and anybody that becomes a new subscriber, if you like, give me a thumbs up. subscribe to my channel. We all become friends here. A lot of the people here, Steve, are good people. Talk about everything, not just always the Philippines, mostly everything, but I've been here in the Philippines for a total of between 13 and 14 months. But welcome, Steve. And again, where are you from? Shay says hello. Brian says must be a channel through there. Yeah, like it's just funny. Josh brings that up, and I'm trying to remember when I ever saw boats just simply sit there, especially that's like a big cargo ship, that one, some type of bigger ship. And I don't remember sitting there. Now I remember seeing them sit out there, but much further out. So I don't know if we have any boat professionals here. I don't want to speculate on what it is because I know nothing. Very limited on my boating knowledge. Brian says otherwise they wouldn't sail that in there. Yeah, you're right. NHA says, how are you, Brian? Insert, get off me. Bug or mosquito. Yeah, must have a good pilot, Brian. I don't know. Somebody who knows what they're doing. I'd be pulling that sucker right in the rocks and be stuck and having somebody to tow me out. Oh, crap. Let me see. Brian says, I'm good, Che, thanks. And you, J-Boy says, I like how they give you a massage with a haircut in the Philippines. They give you all, I mean, if you ask, I mean, they're just so nice. I mean, obviously it depends on where you go. It's called Speed Barber Shop here in Dumaguete. Shout out to Speed Barber. Speed, his real name is Anthony. People say, wow, they call themselves Speed because they cut your hair fast. No. I mean, they could do it quick if you wanted it, but that's not what it's his personal nickname from, honestly, I don't know why they call him Speed, but I don't think it has anything to do with, they just cut hair so fast you're in and out. You don't want to be in and out, like it's relaxing there. Plus he just added a coffee shop in his barber shop. Perfect combination in my opinion. If you get there and you're waiting for a particular, he has like 6 to 8 different barbers. They're all his friends. They all do a great job. If you're ever in there and you're waiting on a particular one, like mine's Jay. Used to be Noel, but Noel, he jumped ship and went to Cebu, so I miss Noel. He's the guy I went to, Filipino, that would always cut my hair, but now it's Jay. And if you're waiting on a particular barber, you can go get a coffee. It's good and it's cheap. So shout out to Speed Barbers. Yep, that's my go-to place. The only barber shop I went to ever since I came to the Philippines. So I got lucky when I decided to choose his place. It's air conditioned. Yeah, it's just a good experience. Great people. Yasha says, I saw your video, The Life of a Philippine Celebrity. Oh yeah, that's the one I made with my friends from the barber shop. That one's another good one, yeah. They were joking. He's one of the barbers, but they were just having fun. He was getting his hair done, but we kind of overdid it, like had multiple barbers, someone rubbing his shoulders, giving him a pedicure, like we were saying, the life of a Philippine celebrity. He does everything. He does tattoos, temporary tattoos, like he does a lot of stuff. I'm trying to position myself perfect on it. It's really pouring now. This is fun. I won't be much longer, guys. We're like almost at an hour and a half, which is perfect. We got Andre Torney. Welcome, Andre Torney, or Tor, New York. Maybe NY is New York. 8352. Welcome there, my friend. But then again, you look familiar. If you're not a subscriber, appreciate you subscribing. You become a friend or give me a like. But in regards to your comment, I'm 55 years old, so we'll get that out of the way for starters. I'm blessed to look younger than 55. I'm very picky about my diet. I'm very picky about exercise and all that. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Haven't had a smidge of alcohol in well over 20 years. I've lost track now. Now see, we got this big ship. As I'm talking, see, this one's coming through right now and it's actually moving. So maybe they'll just like all hanging out together, like parking out here. I don't know what's going on. Because there's that one, and then you got that one. But back to Andre. Um, so yeah, I'm very picky. My diet and exercise are important, and no alcohol, no smoking. Don't put anything in me that's not good for my health, and I've been doing that for many, many years. So I would definitely say that's why. Some of it might be genetics, a little bit, I'm sure. Blessed for that, my mother and father, but that's wild. Like he's going right in front of this one. The crazy things you see out in the rain. And it's really dumping now. Maybe you guys might not be able to tell, but it's just kind of interesting. But like you said, it might be some sort of channel through there. I just don't remember them being that close. But maybe they always were, and I just never noticed. But yeah, I would attribute my exercise and my diet. I'm retired, and I do YouTube on the side, and that's not really a source of income. That's just, I do it for fun to, now I got flies. Flies are another thing that annoy me about the Philippines, but they're smart too. They don't want to be in the rain. So yeah, like if you say, do I have a job or do I do anything to keep busy other than living my dreams here in the Philippines and exercising and focused on that? I do YouTube. That's why I'm doing a live stream, and I'm thankful, appreciate you being here. But no, I don't have any, I don't make a living here unless YouTube ever becomes that, and that will be a blessing. If it does, it does. But appreciate the comment and compliment as to why I look younger. Appreciate it, and welcome. I hope we see you again. Feel free to comment, ask questions, tell us where you're from anyway. I'm just guessing with your name. Andre Tor, maybe it's Torney, or the NY might mean New York. Josh says, was $16 and gave the barber, told them to keep the change. Just jumped to 18 for about 2 cuttings. Still have $20, and they only got a $2 tip. Boss raised it to 23, so getting hard to tip them. Yeah, that's kind of the way I was getting. Like it used to be 17 at the barber shop I go to. My friend Zach would cut my hair, and then sometimes he has like a barber shop in his house too. His uncle family owns the barber shop, so sometimes I just go to his house. But yeah, I got to the point where I stopped tipping. It was getting so expensive. You're right, Josh. Che says, I'm really good, Brian. Brian said, that's good to hear. Che, Det says, that's why I was wondering what the peach is about. Now you know. You know about the peach. You know about the peach, Det. But it's crazy. Like all these people, like these girls are showing up. Like it's a torrential downpour, and it's amazing. I didn't expect people to show up on such a, I mean, it's really raining. As you can see, they're under the tarp, the water coming off. There's people coming out. A little rain never stops anybody, right? Welcome to the Philippines. Josh says, bike would seem easier to get around and find parking, but difficult to haul anything. And that would be the thing. That's kind of like one of the other things I like here in Dumaguete. Grocery store, Che does it for the most part, but either way, if we're together, if we have significant weight in bags, we'll just hop in a tricycle. Costs us 20 pesos each to get back to the apartment, 40 pesos. That's nothing. Sometimes I'll buy things, I'll just carry the 1 or 2 bags the whole way back. I don't care. That's just, to me, it's a part of exercising. Give me some extra weight, let me carry it. It's a workout kind of like thing, I'll do it. And Che's also bought some things, depending on the weight. She's tough. She carries a lot of stuff far, big jugs of water. But she's actually walked back too with bags. She's smart like that. She's like, I'm not gonna just hop in a tricycle just because I know I can pay for it. She gets smart with her money. Josh says, be several trips back and forth to the store hauling those lasagna ingredients. Exactly. Brian says, I would love to do a coastal bike ride, but the roads would have to hold your attention 100%. Exactly. Yeah, you're right, Brian. I agree with that. YouTubers 4102 says hi. Hi, YouTubers. Where are you from? I'm from United States, but here in Dumaguete, Philippines. What ocean you can see with the rain going by, but yeah, I'm in the Philippines. Welcome. J-Boy says Filipinos have many different hustle to get by. Yeah. Now you got Frank Thompson, carnivore. I did do carnivore, if you're asking me, ever. Probably wasn't a good idea for me. Reason being is me and my younger brother both tried carnivore just for the benefits of not losing weight, because we didn't have to lose weight. We were doing it for almost like a internal health benefit for digestion improvement and stuff like that. But here's what we learned. Maybe it won't be like this for everybody. This is just us. My brother's like me. We don't have any extra body weight, thinner guys. Well, when you go strictly on a carnivore, you obviously have to eat a lot more meat. And sometimes I could only eat so much meat and I was getting full. Well, I eliminated everything. I mean, my carnivore diet was meat, and I think I did have eggs. I think eggs was okay, or maybe I'm mistaken. I can't remember, but it messed me up bad. It made me where I felt like I was gonna pass out, like I felt lightheaded, I felt dizzy, like my body just, like I went into ketosis. The first few days I did it, I was fine, and then I hit these days where my energy was great, I felt really good, and then something changed. And between not consuming enough meat, because you're eliminating carbs, not that I ate a lot of carbs, but I was eating fruit, I was eating vegetables before, so whatever sugar, carb I was getting from fruit, it just had a weird reaction, and I didn't have enough body mass. I think carnivore is much more beneficial to somebody who's maybe trying to lose weight and has more body fat on them. At least that's what me and my brother thought from our experiences. Yeah, I remember calling him saying, man, I feel like, I mean, I literally couldn't, it was bad. It was just a very freaky, scary experience. And then once, I don't even remember what I ate, that he told me what to do. My blood sugar was just messed up, like, and we think after researching and stuff, it had a lot to do with because we already had such a low body weight fat on our bodies. So I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, and I apologize for the extended explanation, but we weren't doing it so much to lose weight. We were doing it just to kind of cleanse our body and just strictly eliminate some certain things. Yeah. But thanks for being here, Frank Thompson. Let us know where you're from. Louis here. Hey, Louis. Said the rain feels different in the Philippines. Am I the only one that feels like that? It doesn't bother me at all. I just don't want to get drenched because of my phone and my glasses, but it is really dumping right now. A lot more than what it was doing a little bit ago. I don't mind the rain. If I was out walking it, I'd still have my AirPods in as long as they worked. Just walking in the rain. It is different probably because I'm excited to be here in the Philippines and kind of like nothing rains on my parade, sort of, so to speak, here in the Philippines. Yasha gives me some hearts. Louis says, I have a memorable memory when I took the jeepney to town and it started raining. I had to run inside SM Mall. Andre says, give me your link, and I was many times in the Philippines. Here's what you can do, Andre. Whether you subscribe or not, that's up to you. But if you go to the bio on my YouTube channel, go to my bio, you'll see my link to my Instagram and a link to my Facebook. And definitely reach out. I'm always open to meeting new people. That would be easiest. So if you're interested, subscribe, thumbs up, and you can always reach out to me on my Facebook channel link, which is in my bio on my YouTube, as well as my Instagram. But thank you for being here. J Boy says, do you even fit in a tricycle? You look tall. The tricycles here aren't bad. The ones in Bacolod are smaller, like a little baby carriage that you push around a baby. They are terrible. I don't know why they have to be so small and they don't have the size of them here. But side by side, and then two people can sit across from us in a tricycle. I've actually sat on the back, on the side, on the actually motorbike seat that's, you know, connected to the tricycle buggy. We've done that. I'm pretty comfortable in the ones here in Dumaguete. Bacolod, forget it. I mean, Che barely fits in one alone. You can't fit more than two people in the tricycles, the majority of them in Bacolod. Now they have the jeepney. I don't like those. They're too small. I hit my head. But then they had the bigger, it's like a bus aircon version of a jeepney. They're much nicer and they don't cost that much more. So I do like those. Che says, now you know debt. That's definitely about the peach. Yasha says, what's Ray doing? I don't know what Ray's doing. Hopefully he's, I don't know, doing a little reflection, and hopefully him and Lynn are okay, and that's about that. Frank says, beef, butter, bacon, eggs is carnivore basic. Yeah, I was doing the bacon, I was doing the beef, the butter, grass-fed butter, obviously, beef tallow. Yeah, Frank, it messed me up. And again, we came to the conclusion it was just because we had such low body fat to begin with. And you really got to eat that much more to make up for when you're eliminating all those other things, from our experiences. But yeah, I won't be doing a carnivore again. I'm basically sticking with my beef, my eggs, my bacon, everything I ate in carnivore, plus some fruit, honey. That's my sweetener. Any natural sweetener, coconut sugar, all that other stuff. But yep, you know what you're talking about, Frank. Josh says, carnivore diet would empty my wallet fast. Well, yeah, probably live in the United States, it would. Yasha says, or Western, anywhere, probably is very expensive. But yeah, eggs is like my number one thing. I think eggs is my priority every day. 3 to 4 eggs a day, bare minimum. And then I like my beef burger, and sourdough bread is the only bread I consume when I consume it. To me, it's the healthiest bread you can eat. Natural enzymes in it, very good for digestion too. Joshua says, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for the like and subscribe there, Joshua. J-Boy says, me too, Josh Wilson. Yasha says, J-Boy, what's up? J-Boy, what's up? Hey, Yasha's Frank says, Naperville, Illinois. All right. I've been to Chicago, Illinois. I've flown into there. Then I'd make my way from the Chicago to South Bend because I'm a big Notre Dame fan. So I'd go there to attend Notre Dame games. But I watch them here. Very odd times to watch college football because we're like, well, at least where I'm at. If it's in South Bend, it's like 12 hours apart. East Coast time, 12 to 13 hours we're ahead. Joshua says, J-Boy, I just subscribed. Andre says, thank you. And again, Andre, Frank, thank you. You guys are new here and I appreciate it. We hope you see you again. Are you guys interested in ever coming to the Philippines? Just curious. I love it here. I mean, I'm a newbie here. Like I said, I only have 13 to 14 months of experience in the Philippines. You might think that's long. It's not that long. So I can always give you a newbie's perspective on my experiences here. Yashas, J-Boy, subscribe, Yashas. Yasha says, J-Boy, any plan? Det says, Che, laughing, thumbs up about the peach. J-Boy says, just working and watching stream, Yashas. J-Boy says, isn't that a lot of eggs daily? No, that's actually very few. I mean, a lot of times I was eating 3 to 6 to 8. Like I'd have 3 to 4 eggs as I only eat twice a day. Sometimes I'd eat a little more, but I only prefer to eat twice a day. Like a later breakfast, which is a breakfast lunch combined, and then eat my dinner. I prefer to eat dinner before 5 and 6. And for me, from my experience, eating several hours before you go to bed is much better, especially for me. My sleep's better, my digestion. My digestion is weird. At 55 years old, my digestion's better now than it's ever been, that I can remember. Because I tweaked a few things, not only diet, but when you eat, what you eat, obviously. Yeah, I get pretty passionate about talking about health and diet just because I know what it's done for me. I have other similar friends that have done similar things to me, and they're kind of in the same health condition as me. Now are there individuals that could be as healthy as hell, and someday something comes out of nowhere, and yeah, that happens. But I'd say overall, the majority of people that I know that practice similar eating, diet, don't drink, don't, all that kind of stuff, they seem to be doing very well. And that's the whole thing, you know. That's my goal, is to like, no, I know I'm not going to live forever, but I know while I'm here, and I've said this before, I just want to do the best that I can do for me, to keep me as healthy as possible, so I can enjoy all these things and keep my health good, so I don't want to go on adventures and have to sit and watch other people do things, because I'm not physically able to do things. And that's probably why I accelerated my retirement, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do these things now that I know I'm in good health and able to do these things. And I'm blessed to have this opportunity, don't get me wrong, but when I financially could make the decision to do this and live this life, and obviously there's benefits of the Philippines, and I'm a nature guy and I wanted to see all these things. I'm like, I can't wait for tomorrow, because there's nothing promised in tomorrow. I can only live one day at a time, and I knew how I was, and turned 55 in April, and here I am, blessed. Josh says, cool J boy. Frank says, was at Clark Air Base many, many years ago. I'm assuming AB's Air Base. Where is Clark Air Base, Frank? You would have to educate me on that. I'm not former military, although people think I was or would represent the military well. I love the military. If you see one of my videos, military guys, not only American military, anybody who serves, these guys are my heroes. So I have nothing but utmost respect for service members in the United States military. Other than my father, you guys are my heroes. Schmitty 59 PWS says, which city are you in now? Traveled to a few Philippine cities. Schmitty, right now, and hello Schmitty, you look, I don't know if I remember your name, but welcome, thank you for being here. I'm currently in Dumaguete, Philippines, Negros Oriental. As far as living, I've lived here in Dumaguete. This is my second time back. And then it's kind of raining, so it's kind of limited on what I can show you right now, Schmitty, but I lived in Bacolod also for 4 months. More like a city there. Didn't like it as much, so then I came back to Dumaguete as far as living. Was there 4 months, been here in Dumaguete, I'd say 9 to 10 months total. What cities have you been to, Schmitty? And welcome, thanks for being here, appreciate it. Always love meeting new people. Josh has 2 eggs every day. At least that's good, at least you're eating some. Your metabolism must still be on point, and you burn all the calories and cholesterol. Yeah, last time I was home, I went and got blood work. I always get it, and then I just my brother kind of showed me, he knows how to read a blood chart, knows what to look for, and everything was good. I mean, they go over your blood results at the doctor's office, but I'm not too concerned with what they say. I'm not a big advocate of hospitals. So, yeah, everything was good, and exercise and diet has a lot to do with my blood being good. The good cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, everything. Yep, definitely helps. I mean, I feel great. I really, like I said, I sleep well. That's important. I think things that I changed in my diet over the years allow me to sleep much better. Uh, I don't really wake up maybe one time now. Um, when I really got serious about my diet, like I said, learning this stuff took years to learn and figure out. My brother helped me a lot. My younger brother, actually, he was more knowledgeable of this stuff than I was. So he's helped me a lot changing my lifestyle. Not that I ever had really bad, but he helped me improve it to be as optimal as at least we think we can be and what works for us. And yeah, I just want to keep my life going and be healthy and be able to enjoy these things. Josh says, getting late for me, have to hop off and go to bed. Hey, good night, Josh. Appreciate you being here. I'm not going to be live much longer anyway. So as always, thank you very much for being here. You guys are the best. Without you guys, like I said, live stream wouldn't be nothing. You're the engine that keeps this motor going. Det says, night, Josh. Det says it's 9:36 a.m. here, which, yeah, 1:39 p.m. Monday afternoon. Frank Thompson says, Clark Air Base was in Luzon. Okay. Was covered in ash many years ago. Ask some of the older Philippine folks. I think I've had people mention that to me about the ash in Luzon. I haven't been to Luzon, but familiar with hearing the name Luzon. That's awesome, Frank. Now, so you're currently, my apologies, you're not here I'm going back in the Philippines, but I'm not sure if you said where you currently were. I'm trying to scroll back through this, but maybe you didn't. And if you did, I apologize. I'm going butter, eggs. Oh, okay, Naperville, Illinois. Got you. Naperville. Do you have any plans to come back to the Philippines, Frank? Just curious. There's a lot of people, a lot of former military coming back. Actually, one guy supposed to be here today. I meet so many of the best people, former military here. Again, utmost respect for those guys. Those guys are all my heroes. As would you be. Frank Thompson, retired military. All right. God bless you. Thank you for your service. Much respect. Again, you guys, aside from my father, who I say is my number 1 hero in my life, then it's you guys. All service members, current and former. Oh, all right, cool. You were stationed in Thailand. I haven't been to Thailand yet, Frank. My girlfriend, Filipina, has. She was blessed with that opportunity with some friends of hers. So she's one up on me, but that's the only time she's ever traveled out of the Philippines. Someday, I want to do, obviously, the Bangkok, and then we're going to go to Hua Hin. A lot of people like Hua Hin. Vietnam vet. Wow, that's awesome, Frank. Bet you have a lot of stories. Again, thank you for your service very much. I hope to see you here again, Frank. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you weren't too bored. My apologies on the weather, but I'm probably going to end this live stream. I usually go an hour and a half to 2 hours, but I want to thank Frank. We had the newbies, but Frank Schmitty, thank you very much for being here. If you're still here, Andre, appreciate you being here, and all my regular guys in the community. Frank says, love talking to you. I love talking to you as well. I'm a talker. I get that from my father. One of many things I get from my father, but talking is definitely one of those things. Hope to see you again. If you're interested, check out my channel. If you like it, subscribe. Also, give me a thumbs up. It just helps my channel grow. I'm just sharing my story, Frank. I'm just an American living his dream in the Philippines. Took a leap of faith coming here. Never been to Asia ever. I just did it. Got a plane ticket and just said I'm doing it, and I'm living life, and it's the best thing I ever did, Frank. So God bless you. God bless everybody else. Have a great day. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow or later tonight with Che. But have a good one, everybody. Good evening, good morning, wherever you're at. Thank you for your continued support. Believe me, I'm humbled by it each and every day. God bless you guys. Talk to you later.